Hello again. Now the main stories in London. As you've just been hearing, more than 30 people have been arrested by Surrey police at the Epsom Derby. Two of the animal rights activists were tackled to the ground and arrested by officers as they invaded the racetrack. Police say 11 people were also arrested at addresses in Mitcham and Byfleet. 8 others were detained after a vehicle was stopped in the Banstead area this morning. All were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit public nuisance and are still in police custody. A murder investigation has started after a man was found dead in a car park in south-east London. Ayan Radu suffered a fatal stab wound to his stomach on Thursday. Officers in Crystal Palace say the 46-year-old was homeless and a familiar face in the area. Detectives are appealing to anyone who may have spoken to Mr. Radu in the 48 hours leading up to his death. London Mayor Sadiq Khan says he's committed to counter the ever-evolving threat from terrorism. Sadiq Khan made the comments on the anniversary of the London Bridge terror attacks in 2017. It is 6 years since 3 men drove a van into pedestrians on the bridge before stabbing people near the market. 8 people were killed and a further 48 were injured. The 3 attackers were shot dead by police. Thousands of people heading into the capital this weekend had to make alternative travel plans as Paddington and Euston train stations were virtually deserted. Train drivers, part of the ASLEF union, staged another massive walkout. The strike was planned to coincide with the FA Cup final at Wembley and the Epsom Derby, as well as other events across the city. Only 4 out of 10 trains were running, with many services in and out of London also due to finish early this evening.
Please check before you travel where trains are operating. Obviously, it's a very limited service. And the important thing as well is that we're only operating for a limited window today. So trains will finish much earlier this evening. So around about 7 o'clock, the last trains will be leaving. So if you are traveling, make sure you check that return journey as well.
A group of celebrities has donned their football boots at Crystal Palace's ground this afternoon. Ben Bailey-Smith and Nadia Rose were in action at Selhurst Park for a charity football match to raise money for the Palace for Life Foundation. Some ex-Palace players were also in the lineup too. Anna Geary was pitchside.
Whilst many eyes may have been on Wembley, some former Palace players and celebrity fans opted for Selhurst Park instead. Captaining one of the sides was legendary ex-striker Andrew Johnson. Rapper, comedian and actor Ben Bailey-Smith was his counterpart. The very first Palace Aid was held to raise money for the club's foundation, which supports young Londoners.
I know kids who come to youth clubs for warmth or for a hot meal. That blows my mind that that can possibly be happening. But it is happening, and there's no point in pretending it isn't. And I think any organisation that shines a light on that and does it as well in a way that's warm-hearted and fun, like Palace for Life do, you know, it's not just about football. They're encouraging young people into all sorts of activities.
So many opportunities that, you know, kids don't get in, you know, like the local suburbs of obviously like South London, and, you know, time and time again, you know, the foundation, you know, constantly doing events to like support that, and it's an absolute pleasure to be a part of it.
The CEO of Palace's official charity explained the work, which has been going on for more than 25 years.
We do all of the work in the local community in terms of schools, community football sessions. We work with disability groups. We do one-to-one mentoring with young people who need extra support, and we run employability programs.
Inspiration that has been literally life-changing for some who have even gone on to work for the club.
At the time that I joined the foundation, I'd not long lost my eldest sister, and I was really going down the wrong path. So me being referred into the organisation was to help me to kind of reintegrate into society and steer me away from criminal activity. Gratitude
likely to be echoed by other young people in the months ahead, as more families suffer the effects of the cost of living crisis. Anna Geary, ITV News.
Time for a look at the weather now with Chris Page.
Feels like home, whatever the weather. Valent Boilers and Heat Pumps sponsors ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Today across the capital, clear blue skies for many of us overhead, and we've seen temperatures jumping into the low, close to mid-20s today. And if you've been exposed to that sunshine, I hope you've managed to protect your skin because UV levels have been very high. Now, we still have an area of high pressure in control as we continue the story through the weekend and into the start of next week. Still that nagging easterly to northeasterly wind blowing at times, funneling down the likes of the Thames estuary, but it does remain fine, dry, and we still have some sunshine to come too. Now for the remainder of this evening and overnight, clear skies overhead, which means perfect conditions if you want to check out tonight's full moon, known as the strawberry moon. There will be a little low cloud just creeping into the lights of the northwestern home counties, but otherwise we start tomorrow, temperatures in the range of 9 to 10 degrees Celsius. Fairly quiet for Sunday morning, still a little cloud around first thing tomorrow, but I'm hopeful that things will brighten up and we stay fairly fine through tomorrow as well. Clear skies for most of us, a little breezy across the lights of the Thames estuary, but otherwise temperatures through tomorrow, 19 there in the east to around 22 to 23 degrees Celsius further west. Continuing with the very high levels of UV through much of the new working week. Pollen's next.
Valent sponsors ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello, summer. Piri sponsors ITV Pollen Count.
And if you're having a few of those sniffles at the moment or itchy eyes, it's because pollen levels remain high through the remainder of the weekend and into the start of next week. We're currently in the grass pollen season. That's it from me. Bye-bye.
That's all from the weekend team for now. Do have a great evening. Bye-bye. See you later.